Buckeye Nation, what's poppin'? Crazy Dog coming at you on the Buckin' Crazy YouTube channel with some Buckeyes recruiting news, as of course we have another boom to talk about. As Ohio State now looks to build their class of 2027. And James Laurinaitis, man, what would we be like without him? Where would we be at linebacker without him as our linebackers coach? Straight up, I'm asking y'all, where would we be right now in terms of that position group? Because he got another one. This one's an animal. I'm talking Luke Kuechly type. Damn, it's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, 4-star linebacker Quinton Cypher out of Millbrook High School, just outside of Raleigh, North Carolina, officially committed to the Ohio State University. And yeah, this is a big one, right? 247 has him as a 4-star, and he is actually the number 2 commit in Ohio State's recruiting class, just behind Jameer Brown. And then he's actually tied rating-wise with Eli Johnson and Brady Edmonds. So yeah, I could only see him getting more up there. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a 5-star by the time his senior year's over. Same thing with Jameer and Eli and Brady. Hell, even Angelo could be a 4-star. Maybe like a mid 4-star, almost a 5. This class has potential to be one of those classes, right? I'm talking possibly generational, the way things are going. I mean, it's still very early. I mean, damn. The ink's barely dried on the class of 2026, right? I mean, they could still add some players to that class too, right? You could always get kids getting let out of the NLI elsewhere, and then they jump on over here. And then, of course, we have the transfer portal opening up in a few weeks, and we already know Ohio State's probably going to be somewhat busy there, right? There's a few names that have already come out that we expect to be heavy targets for the Buckeyes. Of course, you have Darius McKinley's brother, Dominic, at LSU, Chaz Coleman, possibly Jaden Baugh, right? Now, here's another name to keep an eye on. Now, I have not heard anything about him entering the portal right now, but Dylan Stewart at South Carolina. Oh, why would he enter the portal? He's got it made at South Carolina. Apparently, his position coach is leaving. Man, don't let us get him if he enters. Crazy Dog, what would you do if they landed Chaz Coleman and Dylan Stewart? I don't want to know what I'd do. I would probably end up doing something that wouldn't be fit for YouTube. Straight up. Like, damn. I don't even think we'd have enough money for both of them. It would have to be an either or situation. Oh, man. But I mean, hey, if Ohio State's going to do anything, it'd be going crazy like that. That would be up there with Caleb Downs and Quinshawn Judkins. Kind of haul, you know? I mean, damn. Now, I don't even know if Dylan's even going to enter the portal. Again, I haven't heard anything. Kaz is going to enter. I've already heard Jaden might enter. Dominic McKinley, we're still waiting on him. By the way, Amaris Williams, another name that Ohio State was after previously. I think he was going to flip to Ohio State from Florida. Then, on like the day of his commitment, on signing day a few years ago, he actually went to Auburn. He's in the portal now. So, man, we could completely just juice up our D line with the transfer portal. Completely. I mean, damn, imagine, Chaz Coleman, Amaris Williams, Dom McKinley. Maybe you go out and get a linebacker or maybe a corner or something, depending on what happens, elsewhere. And then if we get Jaden Ball, I gotta stop. I'm starting to fantasize again. I can't do that. because I'm going to get my hopes up, and then it's not going to happen, and then I'm going to be pissed. So I can't do that. But you look at the class of 2027 for Ohio State, and again, they're off to a great start. I mean, remember how long it took the class of 2026 to really start to build, right? Jameer Brown, he's been committed since November 23rd of 2024. And then, of course, Brady committed barely a few weeks later. And for a while, it was just those two. And over the last 3 months or so, we've added Angelo Smith, the brother of Jeremiah. We added Mason Wilt and Kellen Weimer on the same damn day. And then Eli Johnson. Remember that one? Yep. And then Brody McNeil. Yep. Before Quinton, Brody was the last one we got in this class. And in terms of other names to keep an eye on, of course, we have to switch on over to the Boom Watch list. And you see the Boom Watches for Davis Seaman, Rock Williams still out there, Abraham Cisse, and Reynaldo Perez, who's been crystal balled to Ohio State for what seems like the whole entire freaking year at this point. I don't know when he's going to commit. And then in terms of, we've been essentially RPM'd, but not crystal balled for these players. You have Nate Kamba, Josiah Molden, Kenneth Sullivan, and Malik Lee. And there could be more names added. There could be way more names added. And in terms of like other names to keep an eye on, I haven't really heard of any other names. Some names that I thought about putting up there, like Rashad Streets, who, just like Quinton, goes to the same high school. You have Carlos May as well. Roman Iguabike, he's another one to keep an eye on. There's also a receiver, Eric McFarland. He's crystal balled too, right? But that was back when. He actually reclassified to the class of 2027. So that's a name to keep an eye on. In fact, I wonder if I could look up when he was crystal balled, because it was a while ago. And of course, on 3, their class of 2028 RPM thing isn't even really working, so I can't check it out that way. Let me see if I can. I'm searching up his name real quick here. We're going to check this out. But while I'm waiting, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell. Yeah, Eric McFarland from IMG Academy in Las Vegas. 5'8". Damn. Tiny. 2027. All right, so, yep, Ohio State, the overwhelming favorite, 95%. Notre Dame, Georgia, Miami, and the team up north are all also considered. And so far, he has taken 4 official visits during the year of 2025. He took one in April, and then in June and August. So, 3 of the 4 were in 2025. The first one was back in 2024 on June 11th. But you got to wonder, though, does Brian Hartline's departure change anything? Honestly, it shouldn't, right? It really shouldn't. As long as we don't completely fumble the freaking receiver coach hire, I think we can just get right back to what we were doing. The only thing is, most likely, the receiver coach that we bring in isn't going to be opposed to utilizing the portal. Because that's one thing that Brian never did. He never utilized the portal at receiver. I mean, when you're recruiting like he was, there's no reason to utilize the portal. But man, dude, there's some names out there that we could possibly snag and really make this receiving core pop. Ooh. That'd be fun, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I know there's a lot of names out there. Keep in mind, we are still literally 2 weeks from today, from the portal opening. And who knows, the portal might open and then bang, 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 bang. We might have names falling off the board immediately. That'll tell us there was a little back channeling. Now, yeah, one name to really keep an eye on in terms of entering the portal for Ohio State, Dominic McKinley. when he enters, if he enters, which I don't even know if he will, seems to be the vibe that he's going to follow his brother. If he enters, do not be shocked if he enters with a no contact tag, meaning he already knows where he's going. Yeah. And the assumption would be he comes to Ohio State because that's where his brother is now. So it's pretty much all I got. And I'm going to be live for Alabama and Oklahoma on the main channel, Crazy Dog Sports, in about an hour. So hope to see you guys there for that one. As the college football playoff gets underway tonight. Alrighty. Just like, the season just started and here we are already at the playoff. Freaking crazy, right? So I'll see you guys later. As always, let's go Buckeyes. And by the way, one more thing. If y'all want to really have some fun in the comments, put down who are the top 3 recruiters on Ohio State right now with Brian Hartline's departure. Personally, I'll say my top 3 recruiters right now, definitely OG Walt's up there. Larry's got to be up there. I think it's honestly Larry, OG Walt. Ooh, damn. And I'll say Coach Bowen. But James is right on the edge. Honestly, you could put Coach Laurinaitis up there too. It's hard to say, man, because they're all so damn good. Say this if Coach Locke lands DGG, Gabriel Georges, the #1 running back. Yeah, they're all really good. Even Larry's got his act together in recruiting. That's how you know we're popping off when Larry Johnson is out here getting dogs for the D-line. Thought he lost his touch. We thought he was washed. No, no, because he can only do so much, especially these days with NIL. We need the NIL and we need our coaches to work in sync. The coaches bring them in, right? They get them hooked, and the NIL goes out there and finishes the job with the money, right? It's not just about relationships anymore. Some of it's all money, but some of it is relationship, culture, developing, money. Yeah. So we'll see what else Ohio State has in store for us as we're just getting started with the class of 2027. It's going to be a fun spring and summer for Ohio State, especially if we go back to back. Oh my God. I'm going to love it. All right, guys. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Bucks. OH. I'm out. Bye-bye.